Hey everybody, welcome to Checkpoint on Campus, the official voice of college esports. Norris Howard here alongside Jacob Brothers. And we want to remind everybody, if you have not, to all my college students out there, and even to you high school students, if you are looking for a college esports program to join, you need to be going to Looking for Group. That's right. Looking for Group is the only database, comprehensive database for collegiate esports. So if you want to see what program is giving out scholarships, how to apply for those scholarships, what teams are playing your games, you need to go to Looking for Group. So if you want more information, you need to go to lfgroup.gg. Now, Collegiate Rocket League, we've been talking a lot about it since, the whole semester, really. And that's only because it's been a really exciting and fun thing to watch, and it's been growing all semester long. And now we are approaching the final stretch. The wild cards are going to be going down on December 14th, but we wanted to talk about them this week. We talked very briefly about who was in, who was out last week, and now we have a full picture. So Jacob, who already first, let's just talk about who's made it in to the big dance that goes down in January next year.
Yeah, so it's the names that you would expect. We have Northwood, Akron, Mizzou, and North Texas. I'd say, anyone who watches, you're like, oh yeah, I'm surprised they didn't just have a seat in the first week.
Yeah, you got Northwood, arguably the best team in the country right now. Akron, back-to-back champions. Yeah, actual rivalry. Mizzou, very strong team. North Texas, very strong team. These are the teams that have made it to the playoffs already. They don't have to go through all this wild card mess. They've done the business in the regular season and the conference playoffs. They get to chillax and download all the rest of these teams for who can potentially make it out. And I am very, very, very quickly going to run through all these teams. Here is your wild card CRL teams. Stockton University, Northern Virginia Community College, Central Florida, LSU, Oregon, UT Dallas, Colorado State Rams, and Colorado State Green, Georgia Tech, Missouri S&T, UNC Charlotte, St. Clair, UTA, UW Plainville, Kansas, and Northern Kentucky. So those are your wild card teams.
Lots of schools.
Lots of schools. Some Power 5 schools mixed in there also with Northern Virginia Community College, a team that is probably the best community college esports program in the country.
Yeah, so out of all these words here, who are the teams that are for real? Who are the teams that have the actual realistic chance of making it into the wild card?
Well, you know what? It would have been Stockton near the top of the list, but unfortunately, Brian Bussey, one of their starting players, he has seen a multi-month ban for harassment and, unfortunately, some homophobic slurs. So Bussey will not be a part of Stockton's team going into the wild cards. And to be perfectly honest with you, I think that will harm them way too much for them to make it out. I think they should make it out. They're a great team, but I think without Bussey, without a starter, without a player of his caliber, I think they simply just fall by the wayside. It's unfortunate, but I kind of have I have no sympathy. Yeah. I have no sympathy whatsoever. If you can't contain yourself and not use toxic language in your games, you don't deserve to be there. Point blank. Period. So 100%. that takes them off the list. But definitely you got to talk a little bit about Nova, the Northern Virginia Community College Nighthawks. Like I said, one of the best community college teams in the country. And I really like watching them play because it is a team that does not play like a community college. And that sounds like a really strange thing to say. But they're a team that plays like they've been on a larger stage for years. And I think that is something that's going to benefit them. You also got to talk about Oregon on the back of one of their star players, Leland. Oregon went into the West as the top team, ended up not necessarily taking top honors, which is why they're here in the wild card. I think Oregon has a lot to prove. They are a team that should not be in the wild cards, period. They shouldn't be down here. It should be a team that made the buys, that was up there with Akron and Northwood and the rest of them, but they tapered off at the wrong time. And lastly, we got LSU. LSU, a team that has a long sports lineage.
And they're coming back.
And a team that needs to win. I need LSU to do something here because especially in the South, I feel like they need a winner. They need a out and out true blue, North Texas, LSU, Central Florida, or excuse me, Florida. You got a whole bunch of I said Central Florida. I had that right the first time. Central Florida. These are teams, Georgia Tech. These are teams that come from a region that's not winning a lot of championships. And so I feel like LSU out of these teams plus Central Florida are some teams that we need to be watching out for.
See, where my mind goes with LSU, to stop you really quick, is I just need LSU to win so that way we can get a video of someone putting a video game in front of Coach O, the coach of their football team, the man who calls the sun Ray Baker, and I just want to see him look at a video game. I want nothing more than that. But a question I have for you is, we have another Maryville situation over here of Colorado State having two teams in the running for Wildcard. Is there really no chance of one of those two teams making it? We can't. No. Are they just they're just the Maryville of the potential wild card?
Yeah, that's all it is. I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, teams like Oregon and Central Florida and Nova, Colorado State's good, but I don't see how both of them put themselves in a position because they're going to end up in a bracket with one of those big teams at some point. They're going to come up against a Central Florida. They're going to come up against Stockton, and they're going to get knocked out. It's as simple as that. So while I like those teams, I don't think they'll do much. But moving forward, talking about the full-blown playoffs that are going to start in January, think about this, guys. Northwood has lost once to Akron. They've lost once, and now you have a team that is poised to not just get a revenge game situation, but a team that wants to run the gamut. They want to win everything, and I love that mentality. Yeah, and I love that mentality. So they are going to be the team to beat, even though Akron is back-to-back champions, even though Akron has beaten them already in the regular season. They're going to be the team to beat. So I am looking forward to these wild cards. Like I said, Nova, Oregon, LSU, those are teams that should be on your radar. Follow them, check them out, because I think that's who's going to end up coming out on top of the CRL wild cards.